Hi guys. Okay. So my first round of this went really bad and it wasn't working properly. So I'm just going to do it here. Then I'll share it to my page afterwards. I'm going to pull my hair up before I get started. So today's going to be basically just a play with makeup. I'm going to give you guys some updates because I have quite a few people asking me for updates on doctor's appointments and on my weight loss journey that I posted about months ago and all of that kind of stuff. And I figured now is better than never to update everybody on what is going on. I'm going to start this and preface this by saying I am not professional with makeup. Half the time I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going to play with some of the stuff that I have. I'm not doing a full face of makeup. I'm mainly just going to focus on the eyes, and maybe I might do like lipstick or something, because I don't have a foundation shade to match my face right now, because even though I look really white and red, I'm actually tanner than normal, so I don't have a foundation that matches my skin shade right now, so we're not going to do a full face. But anyways, grab yourself a drink. I got my water. And let's sit down and hang out. So, I think the first thing I'm going to do, well, the first thing I have to do is take off my glasses to do my eyes. So, take off my glasses and get the uckies out. Those of you who are wondering, like, what stuff I'm using, I'll briefly, like, show it or whatever, but I'm not going to go full into depth. Like I said, I'm not a professional makeup artist, and a lot of my stuff is like on the cheaper end. I do have two palettes that I'm going to use today that are not necessarily cheap. The first one I'm going to use for my all over shade, all over color, and then my like to blend and then like transition shades, and that's the original Jaclyn Hill palette. With her collaboration with Morphe. This palette costed me like 50 bucks, I think. 55 bucks, something like that. So it's, I mean, this is not a cheaper palette, but you can get the same colors with cheaper palettes from Walmart, like drugstore palettes. I have another palette I used to use all the time. It was a Maybelline quad palette, and it was all brown shades, which is a decent dupe for this palette, because that's what I'm going to be using, is a lot of these brown shades. Some of these brown shades, like this shade here, I'm going to use, and I might dip into this shade here as well. So you can definitely use that. I don't have that palette right now, that quad, because I ran out of it a long time ago, because it's what I used to use for work all the time. But yeah, anyways, get down here and get my brushes out. I'm going to just use this brush here. This is a fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. And yeah, let's get updating, you guys. So, I'm going to start with health related things first before I jump into like the weight loss stuff. So yeah, for those of you who know, have known for quite a long time, I have fibromyalgia. And I was, months ago when I had posted about this, being tested for the possibility of lupus. My lupus tests did come back negative. If you're wondering, by the way, I'm looking in my mirror up here. That's why I keep looking away. Anyway, my lupus test did come back negative. However, I still was showing the symptoms and everything for lupus. So the doctors were having trouble figuring out why I was showing symptoms for lupus, but testing negative for the lupus. And it was confusing a bunch of my doctors. They didn't understand what was going on. I was doing constant blood tests and everything, and my markers for lupus, they were always negative, even though I was showing pretty much all of the symptoms for the lupus. So my doctor sent me to the rheumatologist, And my rheumatologist determined that I did not have lupus, even though I had the symptoms. But he does believe I have osteoarthritis. But he said there was definitely more to it, because osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia, they're not going to cause a lot of the lupus-like symptoms that I was experiencing on top of the fibromyalgia. So he wanted a second opinion. So he sent me to an endocrinologist. So that's where I just went last week, was to the endocrinologist. And he basically told me, after looking through all my labs, he did a full physical on me and everything, and basically determined that I have hypothyroidism, which is an underactive thyroid. My thyroid is basically not working at all. So I have that. But on top of that, I also have goiter, which is where your lymph nodes and your thyroid swell together. So your lymph nodes in your neck swell outside to side. Your thyroid swells forward. So it creates like a semicircle of swelling in your neck. I was like, okay, what can we do about that? Basically was told, you don't really do anything for that. So can't do much when it comes to that, unfortunately. But I do have to go get my thyroid ultrasounded. I go up there I go up there on the 6th to get my thyroid ultrasounded, so they can make sure there's no mini nodes on my thyroid. He said he did not feel any nodes or nodules on my thyroid during the examination, which is good. That means they're not big enough to notice, but it's possible I could have mini nodules or mini nodes on my thyroid. If I do, they'll have to biopsy them to make sure it's not like cancer or anything like that. But he said he's not too worried about finding any nodes or nodules. He doesn't think I have any, which is a relief. But yeah, so I have to do all that, blood work, all that stuff. He then told me that in my blood work from the past year and a half, 2 years almost, because he dug deep for my blood work, I've had markers in my blood every single time it's been taken, when they checked thyroid levels or thyroid function or anything like that. I've had something in my blood work that stood out every single time. And basically what I'm told is that marker that I have in my blood, it's for a different autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's disease, which a lot of times mimics the symptoms of lupus. So that explains why I've had symptoms of lupus but kept testing negative for the lupus. So I have Hashimoto's disease. He said that usually they treat that with medication, but at this point in time, he does not feel comfortable putting me on the medication just because my levels aren't quite high enough for that. So he wants to wait, and it's just a monitoring. I get blood work every 6 months, have to keep it monitored. If my levels get to a certain point, they'll put me on medication. If it gets really bad, then they'll take the thyroid completely out. Luckily, you can live without a thyroid, you just have to be on medication. What your thyroid isn't doing, which to me makes really no sense, because my thyroid is not doing anything anyways. It's like frozen, like it's not pumping anything for me. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go in with the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collaboration mini controversy palette real quick. And I'm going to go in with, or no, I'm not going to use this yet. I'm going to go back in with my Jaclyn Hill palette real quick. And I'm going to take this, this reddish color right here. And I'm going to put that on the outer corners of my eyes. I have a lot of traffic, so don't mind the traffic. I have a lot of it. To do that, I'm going to take this, no, not that one. I think I'm actually just going to take the same brush I was using just a minute ago to do that. Anyways, back to my story, for my story time for you guys who have been asking a lot. So, Hashimoto's disease. Yeah. So, it'll be treated with medication if and when they deem it necessary. So, for now, it's just kind of a waiting game to see what happens with it. I'm going to brush this a little bit towards the inner part of my eye as well. Kind of focusing it on my crease as much as I can. Anyways, so continuing. So that's kind of where I'm at with my medical journey, I guess you could say. So lots and lots and lots and lots of doctor's appointments. I also made an appointment to speak with the bariatric surgeon for weight loss because I have so much trouble losing weight, and being able to keep it off is a big thing. My weight fluctuates so drastically, I can never lose weight and keep it off. So I did talk to the bariatric surgeon that I'm going to be seeing, because at this point surgery is my best option to really lose the weight and like keep it off as much as possible. And that's after having talked to like 6 different doctors. They all told me to make an appointment with the bariatric surgeon, and they think that that's my best option. So that's what I did. My bariatric surgeon is a couple hours away, and I was pretty much already approved for him. I'm going to take this flat shader brush, and this is by Wet n Wild. It's just a flat, dense shader brush. And I'm going to go in with my mini controversy palette. Ow. And I'm going to go in with this color right here, which is called My Apology, which is this color here, and pack it on my lid. Anyways, so back to what I was talking about. So I already went to the bariatric surgeon, and I also already went to the seminar. You have to go to a seminar before you're allowed to do like your consultations and stuff with the bariatric surgeon. So I went in, I did my I did an over the phone, because of this whole COVID thing. I had to do an over the phone like interview with the staff for the bariatric surgery. So I did all of that, and then I went in and I had to go to a seminar. So I went in, they scheduled me for a seminar date. I went in, I sat through the seminar. It was about 45 minutes to an hour long. They just explained to you like what kinds of surgeries they offer, how you can figure out which one's the best surgery for you if you decide to go the surgery route. They tell you about other alternative options you could have if you didn't want to get surgery right away, or if you wanted to try other things first. If you've never tried these certain things, like, you can do that. So I went in, I listened to him talk, I listened to his nurses talk and everything else. Like I said, lasted about 45 minutes to an hour, and then they were pretty much done. I'm going to go in real quick with my super fluffy brush just to blend. And this is another Wet n Wild brush. And I'm going to use my smaller mirror to do this. I'm going to pick up just a little bit, my Jaclyn Hill palette, of this really light brown right here to help blend it easier. But anyways, so I did that whole consult. Consult got done. I did the consult. It took, we had like a question and answer session after the consult, or not the consult, the seminar. After the seminar was done, so I did get to talk to the doctor, and ask him whatever questions I had, and all that kind of stuff, and he answered a bunch of my questions. And I have decided which surgery, as long as I'm approved, I've decided which surgery I'm going to go for. The surgery I'm choosing is the gastric sleeve. which is similar to a gastric bypass, but there is a big difference. In the gastric bypass surgery, your stomach, say my fist is your stomach, they section it off to make it look like they take the big part of your stomach out and section off the top of your stomach to make it look like the size of like a softball or a tennis ball, and then they have to reroute your intestines to connect to the new stomach. In the gastric sleeve, which is what I want to get done, they literally take your stomach, I guess it looks more like that, and they cut it in half pretty much. And they take a big chunk of half of your stomach out and then just suture like right down the middle of your stomach, and it makes it look like a long tube. They don't have to reroute anything. You're not under as long. I think total surgery time is like 1 to 2 hours, and then you're back in recovery. So it's really not that bad. I asked about hospital stay, recovery time, all of that fun stuff. So I got all of that stuff learned, and I talked to my primary care doctor afterwards, and he agrees that he thinks it's still a good idea for me to pursue. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I do have my first consult. Usually you have to do 1 to 2 consults before you're allowed to get surgery. I do have my first consult already scheduled. It's scheduled for July. So I do have that. I'm going to go back in. This is just like a little pencil brush. It's a cheapy one from Walmart that's supposed to mimic like Harry Potter ones. I'm going to go back in with my Shane Dawson Mini Controversy palette. And I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's called My Boyfriend's Purse. It's just a really pretty like brownish gold color. And I'm going to pop it in my inner corners. But anyway, so I did all of that. Got all that done. It's going to be fun. I go in for my first consult in the middle of July. I believe it's scheduled for like, yeah, middle of July. So I have that coming up. Sorry, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. But yeah, so I have that coming up. It's already scheduled. And that's about it for health-wise. Now, that ties into the weight loss thing. A lot of people have been asking me about weight loss. Have I had any more weight loss? All that kind of stuff. I have. I got really sick there for a little bit. And then I had infections and stuff on top of it. And plus my medications that I'm currently on, along with the heat and the humidity we have here. I've been extra super thirsty. Can't seem to have enough to drink. So I've pretty much cut out almost everything I used to drink. I used to drink like Monster coffee energies, and then my regular coffee plus cold coffee plus sodas and whatever. And I pretty much cut all of that out except for like now I'm drinking mainly water, which is what's in here. And it's been like 3 months now almost that I've been drinking pretty much strictly water. I do have 1 to 2 coffees in the morning still, but otherwise it's mainly water that I've been drinking. And I have dropped, well, it affects my like eating as well, because like I'm too hot. I don't like to eat when I'm really hot or else I feel sick. So it dropped my weight quite a bit. I've lost 30 pounds, or well, 31 pounds as of yesterday. 31 pounds in the past 2.5 to 3 months. But it's just because I can't eat very much, because otherwise I'll feel sick because it's so humid here. And then my thirst has been out of control with this medication mixed with the heat and everything. So I'm drinking boatloads of water. Like my husband and I, were looking through, and this is a 32 ounce, right? 32 ounce cup, I believe. Yeah, this is a 32 ounce cup. And I drink probably anywhere between 4 to 8 of these full of water every day. So it's like over a gallon of water. Between a gallon to 2 gallons of water a day. So that's been loads of fun. Set my palette up. And so yeah, I've dropped like 31 pounds in the past 2.5 to 3 months. I'm not super comfortable talking about my weight in front of everyone, but you know what? A lot of people were interested in following my weight loss journey, so I need to be like honest with you guys for those that were interested in that. My weight was tipping near 300 for a really long time. I've been struggling with my weight. I've struggled with my weight for most of my life. In fact, I got bullied in high school a lot because of my weight. And just because of the way I dressed. Because I wasn't one of the super pretty popular people, I got made fun of all the time. I got picked on. People wanted to fight with me. People said the absolute most hateful things. My dad passed away while I was in high school, and I was literally told by people that I went to school with that it was probably a good thing that he passed away, because then he wouldn't have to deal with me anymore. Like, you don't say that to people. That's so fucking rude. But anyways, and it fucked me up for a long time. It really did. I blamed myself for years for my dad passing, and it wasn't until the last like 2 or 3 years that I finally got over that, and I'm now 30 or 31. I don't even know how old I am. You guys, my brain just, I can't concentrate on too much for too long because I can't remember half of it. Anyways, so sorry, I'm trying to talk while I'm doing eyeliner. That's never fun. It's never easy. But so I got told, like, you know, all this hateful stuff. Super, super hateful stuff by people. And it's just ridiculous. I'm using, by the way, this is a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Black Bean, which is number 601. And I'm just doing it on my upper waterline, and then I'm putting it on my lid a little bit too, because I'm going to smudge it out. But anyways, so weight. I've always had trouble with my weight. Like I said, I was tipping near 300. And I'm almost convinced I was over 300 at one point, because I was a lot bigger than I am now, even though I'm still pretty big. I was a lot bigger. So I'm pretty sure I tipped over 300 at one point, but regardless. So I was tipping near 300. Not good. Not healthy. I'm going to take that little Harry Potter brush that I showed you guys and just smudge the, I'm going to use a little bit of black from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to smudge that. I'm going to smudge that out, that eyeliner out a little bit. But yeah, so I was told the most hateful things, right? Most of it centered around weight and just the way I dressed. I wasn't popular by any means. I really didn't have a lot of friends in school, as sad as that is to say. I really didn't have a lot of friends. And a lot of the friends I did have, for a while, ended up kind of turning their backs on me and like making fun of me more. Like, they would make fun of me to fit in with the other people. So I didn't keep in contact with a lot of people after school because they did me wrong, and I just didn't want to have that in my life. I don't need fake people in my life. So I cut out a lot of people. I really struggled in school, and a lot of it was centered around weight. Well, because of all of that, I've had significant body dysmorphia and body image issues that have plagued me for years at this point. And it wasn't until my therapist was talking with me that I realized a lot of it centered around people from school and stuff. So, and then of course, family doesn't always help. Even if their intentions are not to hurt you, certain comments and stuff can still really hurt. And I take a lot of that stuff to heart because I'm really, really, really down on myself to begin with. when it comes to that. So it's just been a struggle, but I'm getting through it, and that's all that you can do, really. Just trying to get through it. Where did I put my other eyeliner at? Oh, it's right there. Anyway. Oh no, I'm sorry. I knocked you guys over. I'm sorry. Anyways, so yeah, it's just been a struggle. This is a Maybelline New York Kohl pencil crayon. It's really weird. I don't know, it's really weird. Anyways, it's just been a struggle, right? So I'm trying to take care of it. But anyways, what I was getting at was, I was nearing 300. I'm almost convinced I was over 300 at one point. I am now, as of today, or actually as of yesterday, my weight check-in was yesterday, and as of yesterday, I am down to 256. So, like I've had like a 31-pound weight loss in the past 2.5 to 3 months. According to my knowledge, my bariatric surgeon should not be... A lot of people asked if, like, my bariatric surgeon would cancel the surgery if my weight went down as much as it has. And I honestly don't see that happening because my BMI is still really high for where it should be. I was told by my endocrinologist that for my height and my build, my weight should be somewhere between 170 to 180. I'm at 260, what I say, 266, I think, or 256, sorry, 256. I'm at 256 now, so that's still quite a significant, I'm still quite significantly over what I should be, so I don't think they're gonna, like, cancel it for that reason. Plus my BMI is still high. So, I really don't think they're going to cancel it for that reason. I'm going to go in with some mascara now, and I'm going to use my favorite mascara in the world. And it is by Maybelline New York, and it's called the Falsies Volume Express. This is drugstore, obviously. This is one of my favorite mascaras I've ever used. I also need my eyelash curler, if I can even find it. I might not even... Excuse me. And there goes my phone again. It's this phone case, you guys. My phone case, it's supposed to hold the phone up so you can do videos and stuff. It never freaking happens. It never works. But anyway. This is like the greatest mascara ever, though, for you guys who strictly only buy drugstore. You can buy this at Walmart. I think it costs like $5 for a tube or something. It's one of the greatest mascaras I've ever used. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, weight loss and stuff. So I'm trying to get, healthier on that end and on that aspect. It's a struggle. It really is. I do not eat the healthiest, but I'm also one of those people that I just cannot stand to be on a strict, diet. I can't stand to be limited on what I am and am not allowed to have as far as trying to diet. Now, when I go in for my surgery, obviously I'm going to have stuff I can and cannot eat. However, I don't think it'll be as hard for me then to follow, because that's literally like if I eat solids too soon or something like that, I'm going to rip my stomach back open, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna that's a little bit more dangerous, I guess, to not follow those rules. So it'll be hopefully a little bit easier for me. I really don't think I'll have a problem with that part of it, so I'm not too worried about that, honestly. But yeah, it's been a struggle. weight loss has always been a struggle for me. So for you guys who are also trying to lose weight and you're struggling, I am like freaking with you. It is a struggle. It is no joke. I get it. It is no joke. I'm gonna go in, I think, with my, hopefully my phone, is my phone gonna fall over? Maybe not. I need to find my eyebrow, it's right here, my eyebrow filler pencil. This is another drugstore eyebrow filler pencil, and it is by L'Oreal, and it's called the Brow Stylist Shape and Fill, and it has a triangular tip, like it has the spoolie to brush your eyebrows out before and after you apply the product, and then this end is like a crayon tip, but it's triangular. Like, I don't know, I freaking love it. It makes it easy to apply your stuff, like to fill in your eyebrows, because I have no eyebrows basically. They're so blonde that nobody can ever freaking see my eyebrows, and for years people were convinced that I was just shaving them completely off all the time, and I wasn't. You just can't see them, so I need to fill them in. But yeah, that's basically most of my updates and stuff. So like, leave a comment, whatever. I'm gonna try, if I can, to like export this to my YouTube channel as well. So like, if you follow me over there and stuff, leave comments, whatever. Let me know what you guys are up to, how you've been, how's your health, all that kind of stuff. I like having conversations with you guys. And I know I haven't posted on YouTube a ton lately. And yes, I know this is really ridiculous looking for my eyebrows. Don't worry. That's what the spoolie's for, is to disperse the product more and make it more natural looking. So it's not going to be quite as like, wow, you just completely drew those on look. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. It just doesn't look good on me. That's all. See that difference? How softer that one is versus that one? But in person, you can actually like see the eyebrow now. I love this pencil. But yeah, so I've had a lot of struggles with weight. I've had a lot of struggles with health, all that kind of stuff, like I said. So if you guys have struggled with that, you're not alone. I struggle with it on a daily basis. It's not fun. I know it's not fun. I'm debating on if I want to do like a lipstick or something. I'm gonna put my glasses back on because my eyes are pretty much done. I'm not doing false lashes today because I struggle with them on a daily. And I got these new magnetic lashes. They're from Kiss. But my magnet, if you can see in that container, that one eyelash is just hanging there. My magnet was broken. Whenever I pulled it out of the package, the magnet was already off of it. So they don't sit on my eyes right. So I'm just not even going to bother. Anyway. But yeah, you guys, like, I haven't talked to you for a while. I haven't uploaded to my YouTube for a while. I did an update over there semi-recently within the past couple of months, but I just miss talking to you guys. It's just been a while, and I just haven't been up to like filming and then editing and then uploading and blah. So that's why I'm doing the live today, so I can still talk to you guys, even though I've been pretty much talking to myself most of this video, but that's okay. Everybody talks to themselves. And if you say that you don't talk to yourself, you're lying, because everybody talks to themselves at least once in a while. I'm going to put this on. This is from Bite Beauty. It's a lip crayon, and it's in the name Glacé. And it's number 9F7. It's like a little crayon lipstick. I use this for like, instead of lip liner, because I hate the feeling of lip liner. So I use this instead, and then I put like a liquid lip over it, and it works really well. that way. And I don't use much of it because you really don't need to. I just want to put a little bit of like a stain on my lips because I'm going to go for more of a matte lip color. So now if I can find a matte that I want to use, that would be amazing. I really like these NYX Lingerie liquid lips, but that's a little too brown, I think, for my makeup today. So I need to find a different one. Oh yeah, I have these liquid catsuit ones too. But again, that's black. I don't think black lipstick's gonna go with this right now. So I'm not doing that one either. That's kind of a pretty liquid catsuit. I don't know, that might be a little, that brown might be a little too dark as well. I think I need to go with something a little lighter. How about that? This might work. This might be a tad bit too light, but that's okay because I can always go back over it with something else. But this is a NYX Lingerie in the color Satin Ribbon. And it's just a liquid lipstick. You can get NYX liquid lipsticks really, really cheap, especially if you buy off of their website. You can get them really cheap. I got these in a bundle of like, I think it was a 3-pack or something bundle, and I paid like $10 with shipping. That included shipping. So I just do a couple little dabs across the lip. I don't rub the whole don't rub the whole thing across my lip. A couple dabs will do ya. Because I have that Bite Beauty thing on, so there we go. And a lot of people can't even tell you're wearing lipstick, but you know what? That's fine. But yeah, so I'm done with my makeup. And I don't really have anything else to update you guys on. Nothing else is really going on as far as, you know, all the health stuff and whatnot. So it was fun talking to you guys, and I missed it. I'll have to do more of these. I'll have to get into a rhythm of doing lives. I'm actually debating on leaving YouTube. I mean, don't unsubscribe or anything yet. I haven't decided fully if I'm leaving YouTube. It's just their algorithm is ridiculous, and they do not promote small channels anymore unless you're doing something that, like, where you're advertising a bunch of stuff. And I don't advertise a bunch of stuff on my channel. I don't even get offered to do, like, paid promotional videos and stuff because I'm too small of a channel. They want you to have like 500 subscribers, and I think I have like 100, and that's it. And so they won't even like look at your channel. They won't promote you to anybody to try to help you build your channel or anything. They're not kind to small creators anymore, which is really sad. But if I can find a way to export this to my YouTube channel, I'll put it over there. So if you're on my YouTube channel, hi, what's up? And if not, then I guess I'll just leave it here on Facebook and just have to do something else for my YouTube channel. A different video, I don't know. But that's pretty much it for today. So I'll talk to you guys later, and it was fun. And like I said, you guys can always reach out to me if you're going through shit, because everybody knows that I do. I go through a lot of it. So I'm here. I support you guys. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Hope you guys are staying safe during this downswing of the COVID. They're worried we're going to go back up in numbers again and have a second wave. I don't know if we will, but stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.